So, in the last two classes, we studied about the planets and what are the characteristics of planets. So, in today's class, we will study about Rashis. Okay. So, first we have studied about planets. Next, like in this class, we are going to study about Rashis. Then next, we will study about houses. And then we will see how to mix them, how all three combined works, because first we have to understand them individually, then see their characteristics, then we will mix them, like this planet in this Rashi, how will it work, this planet in this house, how will it work, this Rashi in this house, what does that mean. First we have to learn their characteristics, and then we will understand how that characteristics of a planet, of a Rashi, of a house, how do they combine, and then how do they give the results. Okay, so starting with Rashi. So how does Rashi modify planets? For example, like if a planet is in one particular Rashi, so there is a concept known as exaltation, debilitation. If you would remember our second lecture in which we understood about Ramayanam, I illustrated, like I told that for Ram there were many Rashis, in many planets were in exaltation state. Okay, so there are some Rashi for a particular planet. There is a particular Rashi which will be its exaltation state, which will be its debilitation state. We will understand this later on, like which Rashi is like which planet exalts at which Rashi, which planets exalts at debilitates at which Rashi, what are the friendly signs, what are the enemy signs, and what are the neutral signs. Okay, so this is one way how Rashi interacts with planet, and there are other ways also. What are the other ways? For example, in last class we understood that Mercury also represents thinking. Okay, so if Mercury is in Aries, it it the person will think in a different manner. It's a fast thinker. And when Mercury is in Taurus, it will represent in a, like the thinking will work in a different manner. Similarly, Jupiter represents fat. It is a heavy planet. Jupiter is the heaviest planet, so it represents fat. So if Jupiter is in Aries, it represents that scalp may be fat. If it is in Taurus, it may say that facial things may be fat. The person may have a fat face. If it is in Cancer, then maybe chest is fat. Okay, so this is how planets and Rashi interact with each other. Okay, another example, Mercury in Pisces. Mercury also represents speech. Okay, and Pisces is a mute sign, so it can cause speech difficulties. If Mercury is there in Pisces, it may cause speech difficulties. So this is how planets and Rashis interact. These are just example, and these are not just like, you should not take them as verbatim, like if this is in this Rashi, this is going to be happen. No, there are other factors also, but this factor may play a role. It may add a flavor. Okay, now we will see classifications on depending on various aspects. Now there is something known as Udaya, like how the Rashi rises. Some Rashis rises by head up, some Rashis rises by back up, and some Rashis rises by both the things up, head and back both up. Okay, so those Rashis which rise head up are known as Shirshodaya Rashis, which the Rashis which are rising, like, okay, let me just show you practically. See, Cancer is here. You can see the how it is rising. This is his head, and this is his tail. Okay. Now it will rise like this. So can someone guess whether it is head rising or tail rising?
Tail rising.
Tail rising, right? You understand the concept of how is it rising, right? Similarly, where is Gemini? This is Gemini. This is Gemini. Now this is, it is difficult for Gemini. It is difficult to tell head rising or tail rising. It is more of a tail rising, but it is, you can say both are rising at the same time, head and tail. Like it is now Taurus. This is very easy. Head is down, so it is tail rising. Similarly, Aries. Now you can see head is up, so it is head rising. Okay, so I hope you understood the concept, right? Head rising and tail rising. What does it means? Okay, so there are some Rashis which are head rising. There are some Rashis which are tail rising, and there are some Rashis, especially the sometimes Gemini and mostly Pisces, which are both rising, like head and tail. Dono subsequently they are like parallelly they are rising. So it is difficult to tell whether it's head rising or tail rising. So this is one classification, one way of classification of Rashis, or both way. Now what does it mean? Now how to use this? Why are we studying head rising and tail rising? So let's say you have any planet in a head rising Rashi. Now there is something known as period, which is known as dasha of that planet. We generally take dasha known as Vimshotri dasha. This is the most standard dasha. In that dasha, lifespan of a human is taken as 120 years. So 120 years is divided into 9 parts. Those 9 parts are not equal; they are unequal parts. So every planet has been given some period, maybe 10 years for one planet, 15 years for other, 20 years for other. So different planets have different dasha. Okay, so you might be running Mercury dasha, someone might be running sun's dasha, someone might be running Saturn's dasha. So let's say, like if a planet Mercury is in a head rising Rashi and you are running Mercury's dasha, so that dasha will give you more results towards the first half because it is head rising. If it is tail rising, let's say Mercury is in a Rashi which is tail rising, so it will give you results later on. Okay. Also, head rising Rashis are more powerful during day. Tail rising Rashis are more powerful during night. So, depending on which planet is situated in your head rising Rashi and which planet is situated in, let's say more planets are situated in your head rising Rashi, so you will be you will feel stronger during day. If someone has more planets in tail rising Rashi, so he will be feel more energetic, more comfortable during night. Okay, so this way we can use the head rising and tail rising aspects of various Rashis. So in Sanskrit they are known as Shirshodaya, Prishthodaya and Ubhayodaya Rashis. Now there is another, like these are the symbols, like symbols of various Rashis, and these symbols also mean something. For Aries it is ram. Ram is like a bhed. In Hindi we call it bhed. For Taurus it's bull. For Gemini it's a man and women, man with club and women with an instrument. Cancer is crab. Leo is lion. Virgo is young woman in boat with. Libra is man holding scales. So Libra is basically scale. So Scorpio is scorpion. Sagittarius is a man with a bow and arrow. Capricorn is, so crocodile deer hybrid is the sign. Aquarius is a man with pot pouring water, and Pisces is two fishes swimming opposite to each other. Okay, that is why Pisces is a like dual, not dual, the Abhyodaya sign, because both the fishes are opposite to each other. So one fish is head rising, other fish is tail rising. So it is difficult to tell whether the sign itself is a head rising sign or tail rising sign. Okay, so these are the symbols. Now these symbols have their importance, like it's not that just that they are symbol. Like for example, ram, a ram is always ready for fight. So Aries is has these characteristics, that he is always ready for a fight. He's very quick. Bull is a very calm and is very uh, stable kind of animal. You know, in Hindi, like it's like a भैंस, we say गई भैंस पानी में, वो वहाँ पे टिकी जाती है. Like once a buffalo or a enters water, it will stay there. It is very difficult to take it out. So Taurus is also that represents that kind of stability. Okay, and Gemini is like man with club and woman, so it has dual nature, men and women, dual kind of nature. So these signs represent some characteristics of the Rashi which they are basically allotted to. Now, talking about the doshas. Now, every Rashi also represents a element. Fire, earth. The sequence is this is wrong. Like the sequence is not correctly given. Read it from the second one. Fire, earth, air, water. अग्नि, पृथ्वी, वायु, जल. ए पी वी जे, सॉरी, हाँ, ए पी वी जे. हाउ ए पी ए जे और ए पी वी जे यू कैन से, अग्नि, पृथ्वी, वायु, जल. Okay, how, because if you remember the sequence, you can easily recall which Rashi is it. Okay, let me just show you how to remember this. Just remember A P V J. Now first Rashi is Aries, A. Second is Taurus, third is Gemini, then fourth Cancer, then fifth Leo, sixth Virgo, seventh Libra, then eighth Scorpio, then 9, 10, 11, 12. So it is like you can easily follow the sequence. Just remember A, P, V, J. So first Rashi Agni, Prithvi, Vayu, Jal. Agni, Prithvi, Vayu, Jal. Agni, Prithvi, Vayu, Jal. Very simple sequence. Now every Rashi has been given a particular element and the sequence is fixed. First is Agni, second is Prithvi, third is Vayu, fourth is Jal. Okay, what does these represents? Like if a Rashi is, if we have an Agni Rashi, okay, Agni Rashis are what? Aries, number 1, number 5 Leo, and number 9 Sagittarius. Okay, so Agni, what will these Rashis represent? These Rashis will have the characteristics of passion, vitality, action, transformation. These will have these characteristics. So what will be the personality traits of a person who has most of the planets in Agni Rashi? That person will be bold, he will be energetic, he is ready for action, he will be enthusiastic, he will be confident. So these will be the characteristics of his personality if he has more planets in the Agni Rashis. Let's say he has more planets in Prithvi Rashis. What are the Prithvi Rashis? Second, sixth, and 10th. What is second? Taurus. Sixth is Virgo, and 10th is Capricorn. So these Rashis will represent practicality. These Rashis will represent Earth is stable. Okay, Earth represents stability. It represents practicality. It represents structure. So that person will be grounded. He will be more practical. He will be very reliable kind of person. You can rely on him. He will not like to switch jobs, or he's a kind of reliable guy. He will focus on security. He's more about security. Like such person would like to have go for a government job because he cares for security more. Okay, they are good at long term planning and organization. So these earth elements represents all these things. Now let's say someone has more planets in Vayu Rashis, air Rashis. Okay, what are the airy Rashis? Third, then third, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, third, 7 and 11. Okay, 3, 7, 11. What is third? Gemini. 7, Libra. 11. So what does these Rashi represent? Being representing Vayu or air element, they represent intellect, they represent communication, they represent social interaction, ideas. So such person are these people will be intellectual, they will be curious, they are adaptable. Like air can adapt itself, no? It can flow wherever it wants. Okay, they are adaptable, they are innovative. Air is quick, air is innovative. They excel in social connections. They are in, like, they like serving as bridge between action and emotion. Air can fit anywhere. So these are the characteristics which these such type of rashis represent. Then there is another classification known as, like, another element which is water or jala. Okay, so jala represents emotion. You remember, moon also represents jal. Okay, so if your moon is in watery sign, that person would be more emotional. Okay, jala stands for intuition, sensitivity, nurturing, the quality of a mother, quality of a woman. So such signs are represented by, like, such, like, if you have more rashis in such signs, you will be more empathetic, you will be more sensitive, you will be deeply connected to the inner world. Like, you will be an emotional person. You like emotional, getting emotional connected with people. You will easily get emotionally connected with people. You will feel the pain of others. So these are the characteristics of the various rashis. Okay, here see we have panch tattvas. Only we are using four tattvas. The fifth tattva, space or akash, that element is not there. Okay, we are just using the four tattvas. Now every rashi also represents a body part. Now we have various significations of rashis also. So when coming about body part, Aries represent head, Taurus represent face or throat, Gemini represents neck and arms, Cancer represent chest. Now, for example, you have a malefic in Aries. Malefic means maybe Saturn or Rahu or Ketu, malefic planet in Aries, and that is very malefic for you. Okay, so it may represent, let's say, if it's Ketu represents cut. So it may, when your Ketu dasha will be on, or when Ketu will be activated, you might get an head injury, you might get a cut on your head. Okay, so, and similarly for other planets also, for other planets and other rashis also. So this is how we use these characteristics in prediction. Now Leo represents upper abdomen. If you'll see, there is a sequence. Okay, so this is one, Rashi 2, Rashi 3. See, we are starting from head. Aries is head, Taurus is face, throat, then we come to neck and arms, then we come to chest, we are moving down. Then we come to upper abdomen, then mid abdomen, then the lower abdomen, then the genital area, then thighs, then knees, then calves, and then feet. So it is not difficult to remember this. We are just moving from up to down, as the Rashi is going from 1, 2, 3, 4 to 12. We are just moving from up to down. Okay, now remember, as I told, that not just one. If you have, let's say you have Ketu in Aries, doesn't mean you will definitely get an head injury. There are other things also. For example, I have a malefic in Aries, but then we have to see the houses also. Okay, the head is also a signification of first house, ascendant. Ascendant also represents head. Now I have these malefics in first house also. Now malefics in first house also, and malefics in Aries also. Okay, now this represents, now this tendency of getting a problem in head becomes stronger. So at least 3 4 characteristics out of 3, if 2 are saying that you will get an head injury, then you are likely to get an head injury. But if out of 3, one is saying head injury and other 2 are showing something else, then you might not get an head injury. Okay, so now again we are going to another characteristics. Then each Rashi represents a direction also, like east. Again, this is the sequence is similar, like east, south, west, north. Again move 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4, like east for Aries, south Taurus, west Gemini, north Cancer. Then again we get to the fifth Rashi, east Leo, south Virgo, west Libra, north Scorpio. Again you get to like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. So you will see in Rashis and houses also, you will see a particular sequence getting followed. So these characteristics are not difficult to remember, because there is a particular sequence that is being followed again and again, 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 and so on. Okay, then each Rashis also represent various places also. So Aries represents furnace, sandy soil, hills. Cancer represents wells, rivers, kitchens, and all that things. Then this is another, this slide is very important. Now Rashis are also depending, like there is a nature of Rashi also. Char, Sthir, Dvisvabhav. And Char, Sthir, Dvisvabhav is very much used in prediction. This is like you should, and this is very simple. First Rashi will be Char, second will be Sthir, third will be Dvisvabhav. Then fourth will be Char, fifth will be fixed, sixth will be Dvisvabhav. So Char, Sthir, Dvisvabhav means moving, fixed, dual. Now again, like if someone is in, someone's more planets are in moving Rashi, that means he is a very dynamic kind of person. But it also makes him bit unstable. He will move, like he's likely to change his jobs again and again. He's likely to change anything, like he can change his house, maybe change his job or something. Like he is a dynamic kind of person. He doesn't settles easily. But if you have more planets in a sthir Rashi or fixed Rashi, you are a stable person. Okay, so you see Taurus is again in fixed Rashi. Okay, so you are a stable person. And if you are you have a dual, like you are more planets are in dual, so you must be thinking twice, or like you might that person might also be having like a second job, not a second job, then a second source of income. Like he's like he always thinks in two, like he's not satisfied with one kind of thing. Okay, so this represents the, like this is a very important classification of the Rashi, Char, Sthir, Dvisvabhav. And then there is another classification based on male and female, and this is again simple. First Rashi will be male, second female, third male, fourth female, fifth male. So odd Rashis are male and even Rashis are female. Again, if it is an odd Rashi or a male Rashi, male Rashi basically represents more of a masculine, more of an aggressive, more of a logical characteristics. Okay, just a minute. And female Rashis basically represents nurturing, intuitive, such kind of characteristics. So if you will just combine, like if you will just write down the Rashis 1 to 12, and then you will just put the elements Agni, Prithvi, Vayu, Jal, Agni, Prithvi, Vayu, Jal, Agni, Prithvi, Vayu, Jal. Then Char, Sthir, Dvisvabhavak, Char, Sthir, Dvisvabhavak, Char, Sthir, Dvisvabhavak. Then male, female, male, female, male, female, male, female. And what else was there? Like directions, east, south, west, north. And like if you'll just write these in sequence, you will know the characteristic of a particular Rashi. For example, Aries will be movable, it will be male, it will be it will represent fire element. So now fire element, male, char. What does it says? It says Aries will be aggressive because fire element. Aries will be dynamic because it is char element, char, movable Rashi. Then what else was there?
It's a
It's a
male.
male, so it will be aggressive, it will be logical. Okay,
It will be on the east side.
it will be on, it represents east side. Okay, so just by combining the characteristics, you can understand what will be the nature of that particular Rashi. Okay, so this is how, like, this makes the thing easier. If I'll just teach you about a Rashi, like these are the characteristics of Rashi, you will understand, but it will be difficult for you to remember the characteristics of each Rashi like that. But if you can remember the sequence of Char, Sthir, Disvabhavak and all these, it will be easier for you to conclude, like this Rashi is Char, this Rashi is Disvabhavak, then this is also Sthir Rashi, then this is also male Rashi or female Rashi, then what will be its nature? Okay, so then based on like fruitful, it has also been divided into fruitful, semi fruitful and barren. Then height also, like Aries, Taurus, Aquarius, Pisces, like first two and last two, they are short heighted. Then third, fourth, and ninth, 10th, they are average heighted, and in between 5, 6, 7, 8, they are the long heighted Rashis. Like heights are also given for these Rashis. Okay, so the Navamsha I will not cover. Navamsha is basically, okay, let me just give you some idea of Navamsha. What is Navamsha? So see, whatever we are studying is basically the D1 chart. We are making D1 chart. They are multiple charts based on your, just your, like, this time of birth, place of birth, and your time of birth, date of birth, and place of birth. The main chart which we see is known as D1 chart, the Rashi chart. But there are some other charts also. One of those chart is D9 charts, which is very important. The second most important chart is D9 chart. What is D9 chart? What they have done is, like, one Rashi is 30-degree, right? So what they have done is they have divided those 30-degree in 9 equal parts. Okay, and they have uh, they have given each, like, further, like within the Aries, they have divided into 9 equal parts, and first part is again is given to Aries, second part is to second Rashi, third part to third Rashi, fourth part to fourth Rashi, and so on. Now for example, your planet is in, uh, say your sun is in 6-degree Aries. Now 6-degree Aries will be, so in your D1 chart you will see it in Aries, but in your D9 chart you will see it in your 6-degree Aries will fall in Taurus, because that will be second division of Aries. Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yeah, got it. So when you see the T9 chart, uh, if Sun is in Aries,
A-
but in the actual, but originally it will be in Aries, but see, because it is sixth degree in the T9 chart, it will show it as a next, that
because
is the Taurus,
6 degree will fall in second division,
second division. Yes.
right? So we have, so every Rashi is given 9 divisions. Okay, so now every division is allotted to a Rashi again. So this is,
So what is the purpose of getting into such a detail? What is the reason
see,
for that?
see, one ascendant it takes, like, one Rashi. It see, there are 12 Rashis, right, total. So in 24 hours, all 12 Rashis crosses the eastern horizon. That means it takes 2 hours for one Rashi on an average to cross eastern horizon. uh,
Yes.
right, 2 hours. So whoever is born in within those 2 hours will have same ascendant, will
Yes.
have same, like all the planets will be on in the same rashis, so their d1 chart will be same.
Okay. Got it.
Okay, so their d1 chart will be same. But now what we are doing,
And
we are further dividing this into 9 equal parts.
okay. D9 gives more
Yeah,
specific
yeah.
degree moment.
So
Correct.
there are actually many divisions, d up to d60 or d120 also. But if you'll go to those such divisions, it is actually very difficult, because such accurate time of birth like is very rare. Like we don't know, we say that child is born at 9:15, he might actually be born at 9:14 or 9:13 or maybe 9:16. Then if you'll go to very accurate, no, if you will divide the rashis into maybe 60 or 120 parts, then you need very small, like you need very accurate timing. So those divisions are not practically like used mostly, but d9 is one of the most used chart. So there are other divisions also. D9 is there, D2 is there, D10 is there, and D9 is also tells you a lot about your spouse, your marriage, all those things. D10 is used for your career. So for example, someone comes to you and asks about your about his marriage or spouse or something. So first you will see D1, which is your normal chart. Then you will see his D9, and now based on both the charts you will give him the prediction. So it should be like it should reflect in both the charts, then your predictions are will be more accurate. And if someone comes for your and asks you about his career, then first you will see his d1, then you will see his d10 also. Okay, and some people use d1 like they use d9 for almost most of the things. So d1 d9 and then maybe d10. Okay, so this is how like these divisional charts are, these are known as divisional charts. Okay, in fact d1 is also one of the divisional chart. Okay, so this part is clear.
Yes.
Okay, so we will not go into much details of Navamsha. This D9 is known as Navamsha. Okay, maybe later on if we'll see if we can reach up to Navamsha, then maybe we'll see it later on. Can you see this Rashi Chakra?
Yes.
Okay. Now see here. This is first Rashi Aries. You can see one is written first Rashi Aries.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Now Aries 1 is like this is the Navamsha division, the upper circle, this circle. This is the Navamsha division. So this is first division, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth. See, at ninth, Aries is finishing. You can see.
Yes. Yes.
Now, Taurus first division will be 10th.
Oh,
Then 11, then 12. Then it will start with 1 again. So sorry, this is not the upper circle, this is second upper circle. It will start with 1 again here.
okay. Okay. I got it.
Okay. Then it will again go to 12. Then it will again start with 1 again. So basically you will have total 108 Navmanshas. But of like 108 total division, because 9 divided by 12 is 108. Sorry, 9 into 12 is 108. So but again those 12 will repeat again and again. Did you get this?
I got it. I got it. I got
Now,
it.
for example, let me illustrate. Now, since you have asked, see here, sun here is in Aries. You can see this is SU sun. This is, they have located a planet sun in this chart. Sun is in Aries, but last Navamsha. Aries ka last Navamsha. So
Right.
it is in Navamsha chart. It will be shown in Sagittarius. Okay. Now moon or Mercury. This is Mercury. Now Mercury is in Taurus. So in D1 chart it will be seen in Taurus, but in Navamsha chart it will be seen in 10th Rashi, which is Capricorn. Did you get this?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Similarly, let me show some other planet. Maybe here. See Rahu here. See Rahu here is in Virgo, but we can see it is in 4th Navamsha. So in Navamsha chart it will be seen in Cancer. Okay. I hope this is clear.
Yes, yes.
ठीक है. Any other doubt?
Nothing from my end, sir. Thank you.
Rajesh ji, any doubt?
No, sir, no doubt.
Okay. ठीक है फिर. We'll stop here. We'll see you in the next class.